With the final DLC, we will also be getting one final Awoken skill to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And you could even say this transformation is the culmination of our entire journey as time patrollers. For example, celebrating the end of Dragon Ball Super by giving us all a Super Saiyan Blue for free. The same way we got Super Saiyan God with the unique Super Saiyan God mechanics of God Vegeta, and Beast with the release of Beast Gohan is the same way we're going to be getting a new unique transformation that allows us to control time alongside Ultra Superhero Ultra Instinct Goku. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Doji here, back to more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and this time on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I wanted to talk about the last Awoken skill one more time, because we already know we're getting this Awoken skill, and I'm not going to mention how it affects Xenoverse 3 so much. I do want to mention other Awoken skills that will, again, obviously not make an appearance in Xenoverse 2, because they will be getting saved for Xenoverse 3, but for the most part, I wanted to keep focus on this main one we are getting for the final DLC, and I think a really good place to start when it comes to how Awoken skills get added to the game is, again, the future Saga chapter, because we got Ultra Instinct as a big celebration to our characters breaking their limits, and the end of DBS, that we got Super Saiyan Blue for the first time, the first new Awoken skill ever to the game in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC 6. A great example of us constantly getting new transformations whenever the story is reaching an exciting point is that when the Tournament Power ended in the anime, they did actually give us Super Saiyan Blue, which is again the first ever Awoken skill we ever got. Now, while the Tournament Power has never actually truly been adapted inside of Xenoverse 2 as its own separate story, it was a really cool way to celebrate the anime by giving us the main transformation that Goku and Vegeta have been using the whole time in Xenoverse 2, and I think that's really cool. Super Saiyan Blue is obviously extremely basic, it's just a massive buff, but it was still really cool for the time. They were like, alright, you know what, you guys are ready. Here's Super Saiyan Blue as an Awoken skill. And again, obviously, these were back when transformations were basically just for Saiyans, because Saiyans were the only ones who were getting new transformation during the course of Dragon Ball Super, so there was nothing for new races. But Super Saiyan Blue, available for all custom characters as a free transformation. And they also did repeat this again, with Blue Evolved being a selectable transformation that we could also unlock when they did Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. Now, he did release in the same DLC as Super Saiyan God Vegeta, but it did take until, much later for us to actually get Super Saiyan God. They did give us Super Saiyan Blue Evolved though, which was really cool, and also, honestly, it just makes more sense to get Blue Evolved before God, because Blue Evolved is really just a recolor that's a stronger Super Saiyan Blue, but God would have to have entirely new mechanics, and they did do that. They gave it the exact same mechanics as Super Saiyan God Vegeta, which is something that Super Saiyan God Goku didn't get, and I'm gonna be real, if we got Super Saiyan God earlier in the game, it also wouldn't have had the unique mechanic. It's why I'm such a big advocate for waiting for things to release in a proper state. Again, obviously, it'd be nice to have, all the Xenoverse DLC just come out and have all the transformations available as soon as possible so we can experience all the content. Honestly, I would probably still be okay with a Dragon Ball game being in that state. My biggest actual issue with that, though, is that imagine if we got Super Saiyan Blue, Blue Evolved, and Super Saiyan God all at launch in Xenoverse 2 back in 2016. They would be so surface level, it's unreal. They would probably have zero unique mechanics. They'd probably literally just be Super Saiyan recolors, right? It would be a smaller difference from like Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 3. They would just be like nothing. So I'm not saying that, oh, it's great that Bandai Namco starves us and makes us wait ages for DLC, but the extra dev time does allow them to make things more unique. Again, a great example is by the time we got the Ultra Instinct Goku DLC and the Jiren DLC, realistically, they could have added Ultra Instinct as an Awoken into the game then. But if they did, it wouldn't have had the counter attack, it wouldn't have had the counter animation, it wouldn't have had the unique charge feature, it wouldn't have had the change to the way it changes your charge ki blast. It'd be missing, so it would literally just be UI Goku's dodge, and that's it. You would get probably no stat buffs and just UI Goku's dodge. Like, that's really, really scary. I think it would have honestly been the most bare bone things ever. And that's, I'm glad they didn't do it like that, because that would also be, it would literally just be data input. Yeah, it would just be data input, but probably more restrictive, and I don't think I would have liked that. Also, to be fair, the time we got Super Saiyan God was really weird, because they gave us Super Saiyan God back in, like DLC 13. That's the DLC that had base Gogeta, like transforming Gogeta, Caulifla, Kale, and full power Jiren. There's like kind of no like synergy in that character roster with getting Super Saiyan God, but at the same time they were probably just looking for an excuse to release it, since there was no more Super Saiyan God characters that they could add to Dragon Ball that they could release alongside that transformation. So they were like, screw it, just have the transformation since it's done anyways. But I do want to say Beast release coincides with the release of Beast Gohan, which is extremely fitting, obviously, because there's no better time to give us a unique transformation that you could apply to all races, since Gohan's a hybrid. There's no evidence that Beast comes directly from him being a Saiyan exclusively. Maybe it's just a state that anyone can unlock, who knows. Maybe by the time we get Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, they would have added enough lore to Dragon Ball Super to be like, nope, Beast is unique only to Saiyans, and then in Xenoverse 3 they remove Beast from every race except Saiyans. That would be really brutal. I don't think they'll do that, but Beast coincides with Beast Gohan's release at least, and we got UI with the Future Saga release pack, because obviously again, no more UI Gokus, so here, just have Ultra Instinct, the ultimate mega final transformation of Dragon Ball Super in the middle of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's, or not at the middle, but more so at the beginning of Xenoverse 2's final DLC pack, which I think is really cool. Obviously, Ultra Instinct was a long requested transformation. That's probably the best, most hyped time to release it at the, at the beginning of a new DLC pack. And obviously, again, we're getting another transformation to coincide with the end of this final DLC pack, and most likely to also celebrate the conclusion of Xenoverse 2 and the transition into Xenoverse 3. And that's why I think the new unique transformation of Ultra Superhero is going to be available for all races, because again, they've stopped doing race-specific transformations, otherwise we'd probably have Super Saiyan 4 by now, especially after Dragon Ball Daima, we'd 100% have Super Saiyan 4 by now. But they are very obviously saving Super Saiyan 4 for the actual Xenoverse 3 gameplay trailer. I think that's just objectively like the truth. There's no way it isn't, because we would have got that by now. There's 2 Super Saiyan 4s now that exist. I want to remind you guys, GT Super Saiyan 4 is still so popular that they use it for marketing, so it's not like it's just been completely erased. There are straight up just 2 Super Saiyan 4s now, so I do believe by the time we get to Xenoverse 3's gameplay trailer, they'll probably flex and reveal Super Saiyan 4 there, the same way how they flexed and revealed Super Saiyan 3 for custom characters in Xenoverse 2's trailer, because we had Super Saiyan 3 in Xenoverse 1, but you just couldn't turn into it. It was only for Goku and stuff. I do actually also want to add Orange onto Namekians on this as well. I don't think the initial gameplay trailer will probably reveal Orange form for Namekians, because I do want to remind you guys, whenever they do these first trailers, they mostly only show off the Saiyan male CAC. For Xenoverse 1, they did this. Xenoverse 2, they did this. The big transformation reveal in the Xenoverse 2 trailer was Super Saiyan 3 for custom characters, even though I'm not gonna lie, arguably Golden Frieza is way more hype, especially because it's a Dragon Ball Super transformation, and it's the transformation of a villain. That's way more hype than Super Saiyan 3, but at the same time, it just makes sense to flex Saiyans first, because, they're the most popular race. So I don't think we'll see Orange form for Namekians in any of the Xenoverse 3 trailers. Again, they'll probably save that for the actual gameplay, like for the gameplay demos, for the the betas, for another trailer down the line, who knows. But yeah, no Orange form or Super Saiyan 4 for Xenoverse 2. That's most likely how I feel about it. And originally I thought we were going to get Ultra Super Villain, but no, we do have a good guy version of the transformation now, so we are going to be getting Ultra Superhero instead. That just makes infinitely more sense, because we're not playing as bad guys, so yeah. I don't want to call on my psychic abilities yet again, but I do remember that before we even got Future Saga Chapter 4's reveal trailer, I did mention already that most likely Goku would be getting a new form in this. And, well, the trailers showed that Goku is getting a new form in this, so I do want to also mention, I did say, if Goku gets a new form that's based on the opposite of Ultra Super Villain, we'd get a new form based on the opposite of Ultra Super Villain. And again, I don't want to rely on my psychic powers too much, but it's safe to say that if Goku's going to get a new transformation that allows him to fight against the evil, then we're most likely getting a new transformation also that lets us fight against the evil. Because again, we are just the main character of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and it's a really easy way to add a universal transformation onto every race in the game, since the only way to break out of this darkness, corruption, evil, super power-up is to just reverse the flow of it and turn it into a good power-up. Goku's capable of doing this because Goku can't be corrupted anyways. That's a law from Xenoverse 1. And we're also capable of doing this because we are literally just the GOAT. So most likely, it'll be us and Goku, both an Ultra Superhero, fighting off against, most of the roster of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, while they have dark power-ups going through them. And I think that's a pretty solid place to end the video, lads. Again, if you guys have any thoughts or feelings about this down below, then obviously let me know in the comment section down below. Because again, when it comes to talking about things that haven't been added to Xenoverse yet, it's always pretty contentious. Again, I don't want to glaze myself too much for saying, I predicted this, I predicted that. I just think that Bandai Namco Dimps is kind of easy to figure out what's going on with them. They're just my personal opinion. But again, there are times where I'm wrong and there are times where you guys are right. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So without further ado, I think that's a great place to end it. I do hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, it really supports the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next, fellas. Again, I do love you all. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and peace. Bye bye.